Welcome to hyperCAD S. This video will describe the creation of lines and arcs using the functions in the drafting menu. Lines are created with the sketch command. You can use Cartesian or polar coordinates related to the current work plane. The mono sequence will create one line at a time, and the multi-sequence will create a chain. The free constraint allows you to place the endpoint anywhere by clicking or typing in the coordinates. The grid constraint will let you create geometry of incremental lengths and angles based on the step values. Tangent allows you to create geometry tangent to an existing curve, but only when the work plane is on the same plane as the curve. And normal lets you create geometry normal to a curve. You can also create arcs with the sketch command, but only in multi-mode and only after creating a line first. And you can select the arc option, specify the radius and the amplitude, which is the angular sweep of the arc, and then you can continue with a tangent line or a tangent arc. The parallel line command will create lines parallel to an existing line, either through a point, tangent to an arc, or at a distance, which can be dynamically dragged or directly input. The invert checkbox will place a new line on the opposite side of the baseline. By default, the plane is parallel to the XY axis, but a new plane can be determined by the baseline and a selected point. The length of the new line can be equal or editable. Number of copies can be specified here, and the symmetric option will place the same number on both sides of the line. The rectangle command creates a rectangle either as lines or as the rectangle entity type, which is a closed contour with a center snap point. For modes, we have diagonal, where you choose two corners, and center and size, where you choose the center, and then the size can be dynamically dragged or typed. The rotation angle can be dragged or typed, or can be aligned to the direction of an existing entity. The reference plane can be the current work plane or specified by a planar entity. The center lines command creates center lines on arcs or circles. The reference plane can be the work plane or intrinsic, meaning the plane of the arc. The rotation angle is measured from the x-axis or can be specified using the direction of an existing entity. The extension length can be globally edited or individually edited when working with a single arc. Moving on to arcs and circles, there are four modes. Center plus radius lets you choose a center point and specify either the diameter or the radius. Use the shape option to create a full circle or an arc by specifying the start and end angles. The reference plane can be the current work plane or defined by planar geometry. With center plus point mode, you choose a center point and a snap point or tangent geometry. When using the arc option from 0 to 360, the arc will be trimmed by the entities. 3 points mode allows you to choose a combination of 3 points and or tangent curves. When using snap points only, the plane will be determined by the snap points. Radius plus 2 points allows you to specify a diameter or radius and choose a combination of 2 snap points and or tangent entities. The 2D fillet command is very simple. You select the curves, specify the radius either dynamically or directly, check whether you want the curves trimmed or not, and execute. The 2D chamfer command is similar, but has modes for 45 degrees at a specific distance, 2 different distances, or a distance at an angle. And finally, there's the bisector line, which will create a line at half the angle between two coplanar lines. Please refer to the Help menu for additional information. Thanks for watching.
you.